Good evening, Anthony Sposato, Washington Road. At the last meeting, the husband of a sitting board member said that I had bullied the elderly, and comparisons were made to my son and the bullying he has experienced this year in 3rd grade. So let's set aside opinion from fact. Mrs. Chudkowski, when you ran for this board, you took $500 from a man who stood at this microphone, identified himself to the public, and then said 5756 amounts to grooming and flat-out indoctrination. That you accepted money from that man is a fact, not an opinion. He came back, the man that you took $500 from, and stood here at the April 16th meeting and said that supporting kids in the LGBTQ community was, quote, grotesque, and that trans kids have a, quote, well-documented mental illness. That he both said those things on the public record and that you accepted money from him for your campaign after he said those things is a fact, not an opinion. Mrs. Chudkowski, you were also happy to take money from a woman who said, quote, the problem most often is not gender confusion. Something else is going on and needs to be addressed with proper therapy. Those are her opinions, but the fact that she said those things after identifying herself at this podium and that you accepted money from her after she said them, those are facts. What is also fact is that you were all required to share your donor lists as part of your ELEC reporting. Names, addresses, phone numbers, and donation amounts are publicly available to anyone at any time for any reason or for no reason. And even though they identified themselves by name and their donations are listed with all that contact info, I redacted addresses and phone numbers before I shared that information. Good reporting of publicly available data isn't bullying, it's accountability. So, Mrs. Chudkowski, I will let you sit with the knowledge that your husband compared the sharing of public information about who paid you to represent their interests on this board to a 9-year-old boy being told that he should not be alive because he has 2 dads. And my opinion, Mrs. Chudkowski, is that that is sad and small. I wake up each morning to see if we have yet lost the right to exist as a family, while our marriage is challenged in 9 different states, a fear you do not have, by organizations like the one from whom you accepted an endorsement, with open palms. That, Mrs. Chudkowski, is a fact. So some free advice for you. You were elected because of a bingo ball in a bucket that puts you into a great spot on the ballot. So please, do not confuse luck with leverage. Do not waste the time of the public or the board by spouting off about a mandate you think you were given to repeal policies that protect some of our most vulnerable kids. I'm not here as Gabe's dad tonight. I'm here as a resident who saw you rise to power and who will do everything in his power to motivate citizens in this borough, in all the time that I have been given, to challenge the bullshit that you and the people from out of this district rally to spout off. Chris, Jeff, Allison, Eileen, and Eloy, you know what this feels like. Families like mine are under assault across this country, and you know that that is correct. But all you can do is protect the people in front of you. I'm just going to take the extra 15 seconds that Mr. Chudkowski was given last week. That's why I come here, as Gabe's dad. Thank you again for your service to public education and to kids like mine. We are not going away.
Thank you.